Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Kerbal Space Program video. Anyways, last time I know I said we were going to do an Eve mission, because last time we did a Moho mission, and we're still waiting for this thing to get to Joel, so I'm like, we'll go ahead and do an Eve mission. But on second thought, and after doing a bit of quick thinking, I'm like, we might as well just go ahead and get this mission over with. You know, I mean, we're going to have to do another mission to Jewel at some point, because this thing can't do Tylo. So we'll need to do a mission to Tylo at one point, if I want to go everywhere in the game, which I do. I do want to go everywhere in the game, so we will have to do a mission to Tylo at some point, because this thing, with nuclear engines, they're just... We'll be able to do 4 Jewel moons, but Tylo, I mean, we'll get science from space near to Tylo, and space high above Tylo. But, yeah, we're not going to get space from the surface. We're not going to get science from the surface of Tylo. Unfortunately. But, that did give me an idea, or, I should say, you know, the fact that we're waiting for this mission to be done. We're also waiting for another mission. We're waiting for our, so this is our Dres mission. It has no way to re-enter the atmosphere. Well, it's going to have to re-enter the atmosphere. But it has no way of landing. No landing gears, no landing engines. We're gonna have to dock with it in space and transfer crew that way. So I was thinking, you know, while we need an SSTO to rescue this, we should go ahead and make an SSTO to also clean up Low Kerbin Orbit. So that's what I did. I made an SSTO that is capable of rendezvousing with this and also cleaning up our Low Kerbin Orbit. But before we do that, I actually want to switch back to the Hydra real quick, because I did plot our maneuver node for our Joule encounter. Yeah, okay, so we have an encounter with Joule. Okay, as we come in down. And then what I have right here is a maneuver at Joule periapsis at a altitude of 210 meters, which is just above Joule's atmosphere. So we'll get some neat views of Joule as we come in, maximize the O-berth effect as we come in and slow down. And then we'll get a Tylo encounter, which I think we're captured at this point by the time we get this encounter. But then we'll have a Tylo encounter, which will give us a Tylo periapsis. It's not that low, but it'll be, we'll get a nice view of Tylo, basically. And then it'll slingshot us around to a Lathe encounter. And I think that was just really cool. Just how we were able to get that gravity assists. We come right in, get flung. Tylo flings us straight into Lathe. It's gonna be great. So yeah, we'll get science from Tylo and from Lathe. And also, you know, like, after we take off from Lathe, you know, we could fly by Tylo again a bit closer. You know, we're obviously going to obviously want to go to Lathe is our #1 destination, and we're going here first because that's the hardest. Val is comparable to the Mun, so if we refuel at Lathe, we should have enough for Val. I'm definitely thinking we will have enough. Because yeah, if we can escape from Kerbin with that much fuel, Val is not that far away from Lathe. It's literally like right here, so it'll be easy to go from Lathe to Val. And then, yeah, we can check out Bop and Paul. Bop is at a crazy inclination, though. So Bop will be a little bit harder to get to. But yeah, we could go from Lathe to Val, and then to Paul, and then we could try to get an encounter with Bop. And then probably head home. And that'll be kind of our mission around the Joule system. We also, like I said, have our plane coming home. But let's go ahead and let me go ahead and show you the SSTO that I've been working on. Okay, so here it is in all its wondrous glory. This is the Leviathan SSTO. So yeah, Leviathan, sticking with that sort of dragon-esque theming scheme. We had the Wyvern, which was our first SSTO. You know, just a small one that can, you know, go a reasonable distance. We then have the Hydra, which is a bigger SSTO, can go all the way out to Joule. And then we also have the, this is the Leviathan, which is going to be a multi-purpose SSTO. One of the reasons for its name is this kind of cool, it has a claw on it, basically. This claw mouth is protected by a fairing, because on ascent, this will overheat. So this technically isn't an SSTO, fully, because the fairing is deployed. But, it still gets into space with the fairing. So I guess it is a single stage to orbit. It can go to space with the fairing on. But yeah, the fairing needs to be deployed, and we don't actually recover the fairing. We probably could. SpaceX recover the fairing, if that was a thing that you could do in the game, which, as far as I know, is that's not a thing you can do in KSP. Anyway, we got 6 rapiers back here, which is plenty of thrust to nuclear engines, and yeah, it's got plenty of delta V for what it needs to do. Also, one of the coolest features, or the cool features I like about this thing, is these engines right here. These sparks on the baguette tanks are actually on extending pistons. So they extend out like that with an action group. And this allows us to, if we have something on the claw, this gives us a wider base, kind of like a sky crane type thing, to kind of pull it back and deorbit it. And then we can obviously reorbit ourselves. But it just allows for us to deorbit things easier. Because, yeah, if we tried to deorbit something with our nuclear engines, which are right down the center, you know, and if this thing's really off balance, it may spin out. But luckily with these, they are, yeah, they have very wide extension, so it spreads out the force, so it keeps us straight and true. One thing that I did forget to add, though, when I did my first test, which is kind of embarrassing, is some RCS ports. So we're going to chuck 2 back here. There we go, one right there, and we'll chuck 2 up front as well. This will just help with docking. Yeah, with the Mark II Clampatron, and also docking with, when it comes to docking to, like, a payload. Like, a piece of space junk, basically. Okay, that should be good. I think that'll be enough RCS. Because these are the 5-port ones, so they are pretty good. But yeah, I think it's time we had to get this thing into space. We have, I think it's 3 pieces of space junk left. I already deorbited 1 piece of space junk off camera just to kind of see if it works. And it did work. It just was a lot hard to rendezvous because we didn't have the RCS. But yeah, I did deorbit the spent booster. That was the name I called it. So yeah, I deorbited the spent booster. So yeah, we have the min station, a min station debris, a low orbit debris, and a debris from the Eve relay. So those will all be interesting to recover and look back at the past. But yeah, let's go ahead and get some Kerbals in here. You know, let's put a scientist on board because you don't have any experience whatsoever, and we'll get a relatively. I mean, it doesn't really matter the pilot because we actually have a drone core on here. So you know what, we can have, and yeah, that's actually a 4-seater. Nice, that's not bad. Okay, let's go. So yep, we'll have a pilot and a scientist. Why not? You know, all the scientists can be on this mission because, I don't know. There's no real reason for them to be on here. Whatever. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and time-lapse our way into orbit and probably time-lapse our way to our first encounter with our first piece of space junk. Okay, so engines ready. Throttle maximum. Fire. Okay, getting an encounter with our first piece of space junk. I tried to get an encounter with our Eve debris, but that's actually at a really high inclination, so we may have to do a separate mission for that. But yeah, we can at least get 2 of the pieces of space junk, because, yeah, the other 2 are in equatorial orbits. Yeah, we would have to launch to match the inclination. I mean, that would be the most efficient way of doing it, because, you know, we're an SSTO. We can just take off, kind of angle over, and take off from a different inclination. That's kind of how SSTOs work. We can just take off however we want. Okay, I'm just trying to find the target. Okay, we're pointing towards the target. There they are. Okay, cool. We're gonna try to keep that prograde on the target icon. That is the best way of doing docking. Let's go ahead and, okay, that is armed, light emission enabled. Turn on the lights. And we're coming in to dock. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and deploy the retro arms. They are armed. We are shutting down the Nervas and activating these. Wait, hold on, I gotta activate the tanks as well. I completely forgot about that. Yep, the tanks were disabled so that we didn't consume them during normal flight. But I gotta make sure they are all individually activated for these engines to use. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, there's the engine. Fire! Fire the retros! Fire them! Oh my goodness, that did not work at all. When coming in at less than 1 meter per second, it's a lot easier to make corrections with RCS. Okay. Well, that was a little awkward. Could have been a bit cleaner. Oh well. That's fine. We'll just go ahead and then... Yeah, there we go. Coming in nice and slowly. Beautiful. We got a nice sunset. Oh yeah, beautiful. Nice sunrise over the booster. This is the Min Station booster. So the booster that we used to get our Min Station to Min-Miss, which no longer exists, by the way. We deorbited that thing. But the booster remains. Which is the only thing that remains. Until now. Because we are here to deorbit you. We are coming for you, booster. Yes, yes we are. Get over here. Let me deorbit you. Yoink, got it. Okay, disable RCS. And we're going to free the pivot. That way that'll just help a little bit. And we're going to actually aim prograde. And drag this thing prograde. Maybe it'd be better if I locked the pivot for the rotation. Hey, quit it. Quit it, lock. Okay, there we go. Okay. Can free it again. And here we go. Deorbit burn. Activate RCS too, so we can try to keep it steady. Keep the deorbit steady. Yeah, it is still very hard to deorbit things with the claw like this. Maybe if I actually locked it, maybe it would be easier, because it does seem like the oscillation is causing a lot of problems. Okay, whatever. Disarm. Yeah, go ahead and get back to prograde. And go ahead and retract the engines. I really should have maybe an action group set to toggle these on and off. But you know what, it's fine. So shut all these down. We do have enough oh no, we do not have enough oxidizer. It shouldn't matter. I'm saying we do not have enough oxidizer to use these engines again. But, you know, if we could probably do another booster, right? We could probably deorbit another one. So yeah, us and the booster are both suborbital. But if we activate our Nervas, we can then reorbit ourselves. And we have 978 meters per second. I think that's enough. That should be enough. But yeah, we do not have any oxidizer anymore. We used all our oxidizer. But we're going to try to deorbit another booster. We can maybe use our RCS. Ooh, we don't have a lot of monopropellant either. Okay, low orbit station. Let's see. How long is it going to take us to reach you? How to maneuver. It seems like we're around in the same orbit, we just need to wait a bit for these encounters to line up. There we go. Ooh. 9.6 or 19.3. Eh. They looked close, but not really. Okay. Okay, that should be good. That's good enough. Okay. In 2 days, we do a 7.3 meters per second burn. And then we'll get another encounter with another piece of space junk. Whee! Oh gosh, what's this piece of space? Oh, that's on the Mun. I'm like, what's that thing in that high orbit? That would be what you would call the Mun. I'll just go ahead and do this burn now. It's a very quick burn. It's very cheap too. Okay, that should be a pretty close encounter, right? Oh, 0.4. Okay, 0.5. I was a bit too greedy with that. Okay, what's our retrograde velocity? Oh yeah, we were pretty much in the exact same orbit. Just, you know, we were in the same orbit, but not in the same location. So that is all fine. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I'm retrograde to our target, so that by the time we warp here, we will be retrograde to our target. But yeah, we're catching up to it now. Nyom. Nyom nyom. Nyom nyom nyom. Nyom 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 nyom. Boop. Okay, where is the target? There it is. Oh, it's getting away. Hurry, catch it. Oh, it's getting away. Hurry, catch it. Oh gosh, it's getting away. There we go. And 0.2. Close enough. Target. And I think we'll just burn probably just 1 meter per second to it, so that way RCS can be used to great advantage. We don't actually have that much monopropellant left, so in reality, it's fine. And we're just going to drift a bit closer. I will deploy the engines, though, because they do look cool. And I will activate them as well, even though we do not have the oxidizer reserves. Maybe if I just run 2. We're just going to run 2 of them. This thing's coming in quick. Whoa, what happened? Did I catch it? Oh, we did! We caught it! Wow! It was literally just a ladder. What was it? Wait, what? We caught something. We caught a ladder. Was that it? Is that literally... Hold on, is that all it was? Yeah. That was the debris from the... Okay, Min Station booster stage is below us, deorbiting. It's actually not quite deorbiting yet. Oh, I think it just did. Did it? No, Min Station booster stage is right here, deorbiting. I'm gonna just go ahead and speed that up. Speed that along a bit. But yeah, it was literally just a ladder. And it just went clunk right into the claw. Man, that was lucky. I don't know if that was all just a ladder or not. That's so weird to me that it would be just a ladder, but... okay. Well, yeah, let's make sure this thing does indeed burn up, and then, yeah, we will go ahead and land the SSTO, because, yeah, it was literally just a ladder. Okay. Cool. And there's the Mun. Look at the Mun. Beautiful today. The fact that it's spinning around means it's actually creating a lot of drag and slowing down very quickly. And nothing's actually overheating. I wonder if something will survive on impact. If it lands with the engines first, the tank might survive. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. It survived. These baguette tanks could survive. Well, here we come, coming down in the desert, through the dust clouds. Whoosh. And right smack down on the ground. Well, it probably would have survived if it wasn't on ×4 times warp. That kind of has a way of doing things to things. You know, it kind of has a way of destroying things really fast, really quickly. And that's why I use it, but it stuff could have survived. Activate the nervous! Activate! And we have 936 meters per second. So we could actually rendezvous with the Dres plane when it comes. We'll launch a new one. Because we'll be waiting for a year for that. So let's see. Let's warp around to, where's KSC? Right there. So let's warp around to, like, right here. And little ladder, you're gonna come land with us. There's no point for us to jettison it. It's not affecting our aerodynamics too badly. So I say it's fine. I say we keep it. Okay, I'm just making sure that that'll be a good re-entry profile. And it seems like that'll be fine. So I'm gonna switch back to prograde. And we're gonna go ahead and come in and land. I'm gonna go ahead and shut down the Nervas. Toggle the mode of the rapiers, and toggle on the rapiers. There we go. They are in air breathing mode, right? Yep, mode air breathing. Beautiful. Oh wait, hold on. I almost forgot. We gotta retract the solar panels. That would have been bad. That wouldn't have been very good if those burnt up. And the ladder stayed with us this whole time. It hasn't left our side. You know, I was sure by now thinking the ladder was gone. But nope, look, it's still there. It's still there. It's our buddy till the end. And it seems like we might have to do a water landing. Because my entry over the KSC was not the greatest. And also, we're very rear heavy. We are way more rear heavy than I was expecting. Oh, and there goes our landing gear. So yeah, we're definitely doing a water landing now, guys. In case you, oh, and what? Something else fell off. Oh, and our wings fell off. That's not very great. You know, maybe now would be the time to abort. I'm wondering if now would be the time to abort. I think now is the time to abort. No, this is gonna be good this time. I'm feeling this landing. Pump the brakes, pump the brakes. Pump the brakes, pump the brakes. Whoa. Whoa there. Well, if we needed more drag, there's your drag. What are we doing? Okay, stop with prograde. The game's not helping anymore. The game was helping, but now it's not. Okay, caps to get the fine control. Okay, we might need more fuel in the front. More fuel in the front. Or now it might be too front heavy. Okay. Fuel in the back, fuel in the back. Okay, there we go. Okay, so just over these hills is the Kerbal Space Center. We did it. I say that was a successful flight. Okay, that should be enough. That should be enough fuel transfer for now. Okay, and these Kerbals will live to fly another day. Oh, 3,000 meters per second now that we're in the atmosphere. Beautiful. Yeah, I think it was the nuclear engines that weren't... Yeah, the rapiers, the air-breathing rapiers are way more efficient than the nuclear engines. But yeah, they aren't the most efficient jet engine. Jet engines are just way more efficient than rocket engines. Yeah. Because rocket engines need their own oxygen, whereas jet engines take oxygen from the air. So they're more efficient that way. Oh no. Okay, come on, that was a soft landing. My wing just came off. Nice. Get that nose on the ground. Beautiful. Now that's what I call landing. Beautiful. That was perfect. That was perfect landing. Okay, let's go ahead and pull into the spaceplane hangar, actually. There we go. Look at this. Taxiing off the runway. Wonderful. Do we get even more points if we recover it right next to the spaceplane hangar? Like, literally, you know, just open the doors and let us in. Yeah, we should get, like, the maximum amount of points for that. Wonderful. Here we go, and all our scientists survived our flight. Gosh, if that was a failure, then that would have been really bad, losing all our new scientists that we just hired. Oh my goodness, that would have been bad. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here. I know that originally I said that we were going to rescue the Dres mission in this video, but I'm going to delay that until next week. Next week we'll rescue the Dres mission, because yeah, I went ahead and recorded that. That opened a whole new can of worms, basically, trying to get the Dres mission onto the ground. So, stay tuned for that. That video is going to have a lot of explosions. So, yep. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.